So I got my first tag from Frog Tack, and I couldn't be happier because it's for modified gear, and my favorite modified gear. And well, maybe it wasn't my favorite, but I couldn't even give you a favorite because I modify everything. You'll learn that as my videos go on. My ATV is my life, and it's modified. Oh boy, is it modified. And I thought about doing that on the video, but since that's really kind of the center of, well, my life, really, I thought I'd do it on something that I use and carry around with me all the time, and something that is, I guess it's heavily modified, technically. And that's my Mossberg 12 gauge. This is a Mossberg 835. Let me see if I can get this right here. This is a Mossberg 835, 12 gauge. Takes up to 3.5 inch Magnum shells. It'll take 2 3/4, 3 inch, 3.5 inch mag. I cut down the barrel. Now, I know somebody's going to go, oh my God, you cut the barrel down, that's illegal. No, it's not. It's cut to 20 inches. Federal law says 18.5 inches is the minimum barrel length for a shotgun. And this is 20. I cut it right at 20. And part of the reason it's cut to 20 is the ribs. It's the stock. It's the original ribbed barrel that came on this gun. And I didn't want to get to where it was too close to 18.5, so I opted to stick out. Originally I cut it at 22. If I cut it at the next rib, I'm like right at 18.5. So anyway, 20 inch, perfectly legal. I did have a fiber optic sight on it at one time, but because this thing is mounted, and I'll show that, but because this thing is mounted to the front of my quad all the time, it kept getting whacked with branches and brush and stuff, and it got ripped off. So I just, I don't even worry about it. I just sight line down the rib. There is one bead still on it. Originally this had 2 beads. I'm babbling. Anyway, moving forward. Let me see if I can zoom down on this a little bit. There we go. You'll see I got a small Picatinny rail mounted to the magazine tube. I'm going to bring it up closer. I still don't think that's close enough. There we go. That is just a simple aluminum 1 inch mounting, or 1 inch tube mountable Picatinny rail. You can see it's got, swing it this way. Oh, by the way, guys, just so you know, it is unloaded. Alright, don't think I'm stupid. So anyway, you see the sling is mounted to it there. Cheap little piece. I think the rail itself cost about 10 bucks. The sling mount cost about 5. No big deal. What's nice is, take that screw out right there, drop this off, and I have a flashlight in a mount that will go right on that Picatinny rail there. So it's a hunting gun, it's a self-protection gun. I can mount a light to it to get a little tactical going. But it's a beater. It's more or less a beater. I mean, you can see I've actually spray painted it once, and a lot of the paint's coming off. It's starting to rust up again as it spends so much time out in the weather. But anyway, let's put it back down. Moving on. Make it jiggly here. Hold on. So, originally it's got black synthetic stock front and back. Originally this had wood. This is a very old Mossberg 835. This is probably the first generation of the 835 model. And I love it. This was originally my turkey gun. More about that later. Anyway, it originally had wood. I custom built my now turkey gun, the turkey gun I use now. Built it from the ground up, and the old hardware stock and forend, I slapped onto this gun. So moving down, see the stock, and badam! Oh, there's the shell they carry in it. Badam! This is a Fox Tactical, Fox Outdoors, or Fox Tactical. Little pouch that mounts onto the stock. It's actually used for carrying extra ammo in. It came with, let's see, it's got this Velcro field. You can see all my patches, la-di-da. It had a Velcro string with 5 shell holders, and then had another one on the inside with five more shell holders. But you could probably put like 10 rounds inside, or you could, put 5 rounds inside in a cleaning kit or whatever. Cheap little piece of gear. I found on eBay, 15, 20 bucks all day and all night, right around there. But what I do is, see, out in the woods here where I'm at, I have a base camp, and right now I'm at my second camp. The last video I shot was at the camp on my own property. I'm now out in the property behind mine that I have permission to hunt and ride around on and stuff. See, I'll pan up. There's the quad. I should do that later, whatever. Back to the pouch. I don't want to get sidetracked. I do that easily. I'm out in the property behind my place. There's about 150, 200 acres back here. And this is like a base camp, all right, out here when I'm this far from home. What I might do is I might have base camp set up here, and then I will take my shotgun and I will meander out through the woods. And I know these woods pretty well, but you never know. You could get turned around. You could be gone longer than you think. It gets dark. You're not sure. So just in case, JIC, everything about me is just in case. I keep a mini survival kit in here. And I am going to, how am I going to do this? Go on camera. I still don't want to, but let me see if I can get this opened up here. You're in frame. Maybe I should back it out a little bit. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Alright. Let's start off with a knife. What survival kit shouldn't have a knife in it, right? Extra blade. You never leave home without an extra blade. So that is a Boker Magnum, which is their low end. I forgot the name of it. I want to say this is the Warthog. Boker Magnum Warthog. It's got a pocket clip. They're G10 scales. A big beefy blade. I mean, really big beefy blade. It's stainless steel. But I have several of these knives. I got a little too close there. And I really like this knife. I really like this knife a lot. That's why I got a whole bunch of them. They're heavy, they're beefy, they're stout. Short clip point for prying and digging and whatnot. Just a really beefy blade for a folding knife. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what else I got in there. Right, a compass. And not a button compass either. That's about a inch and a quarter, inch and a half. A full-size compass like you'd find in a frame. It's just not in a frame. Very accurate compass, if you can see. Well, you're gonna have to trust me because you don't know where I am. But it's pointing north, and that's the way it's supposed to be pointing. I know where north is, and it's all good. So, compass in there, and usually got at least one lighter in there. Yep. Keep a baby Bic, just in case. And what else? Fire. Fire. That's what it's all about. And let's show. Yeah, you can see that good. There's these are from Dave Canterbury's store, Pathfinder store. They're quick fire, instant fire, fast fire, short fire, something like that. They're like little cigarette butts of cotton, and they're soaked in whatever proprietary substance they use. But they work really well. And this is, I don't even think I've ever used one. This is not the UST, what's it called, Spark Force. This is a copy that you could get on eBay years ago, a couple years ago. I don't see them anymore, but I got a pile of these. They're kind of like in every backpack, every bag I have. You know, just one more way to make fire. And let's put that down right there. What else? Oh, another lighter. Like I said, there's usually one, might even be two. And I was sure I had matches in here too. Yeah. There's some Strike Anywhere matches in a sealed container. I like to have matches on me because if nothing else, this is also tinder. You know, you could put 3 or 4 matches on a pile, hit it with the spark or hit it with the lighter, and you got, you know, a couple little sticks of tinder to help get your fire going. And I'm going off camera. So that's it. That's everything that's in there. My political statements are mine. You saw that. That's all that's in there. I can put more in there if I want. I could probably throw a couple of extra shells. One other thing I do, get back over here. Hope I'm doing a good job with this. And there. The sling has extra loops on it that I could stick ammo in. Again, I could stick ammo in the bag if I wanted to. I might try to put an extra side saddle shell holder on this gun, but the way it mounts up to my toolbox on the front, I don't know if it'll fit, and I'm going to show you that in just a sec. And before we do that though, the one other thing I do is I carry double-aught buck, plus I carry birdshot. It is actually target shot, but it serves its purpose. 3 rounds of each in the gun. I can rack the first 3 rounds out fast if I need buckshot for something. Very uncommon that I would need to do that. That's why it's 3 to 3, and it's in the back, and it's not mixed up fast or anything. You know, it's a just in case, JIC. I should make that my nickname. Anyway, I'm going to turn you off for a second. I'm going to move the camera around, and I will show you why I might not be able to put a side saddle on. Hold on. Alright guys, so let me back up a hair. You see my ATV sitting there, and I got this trunk mounted on the front. Alright. And there's a shotgun mounted on the trunk. Now what I want to show you is, you know, the traditional, you can still see the screws I got in here. I had a traditional shotgun mount, or rifle mount, whatever you want to call them. I had a regular one up here, and the gun would sit like this. It sat up real high, and it got caught on everything that I would go through in the woods. Good angle for that. There we go. Anyway, I found these pieces on Amazon. Of course, I can't remember the name of them, but they allowed me to mount the gun. I had to do a bit of a custom configuration, but they allow me to mount the gun more flat. And the reason I don't think I'll be able to put a side saddle is there's only enough room for me to get just get my hand under here, just barely. So I don't know if one will fit, but I'm going to try it anyway, because I do have another one of these guns, a similar one with a side saddle on it, that I just need to get around to pulling out of the safe and seeing if it would work. But anyway, I guess this is another modification. You can see it's mounted up there, nice and snug. Oh, and I know what I want to say. One of the reasons, there we go. One of the reasons that I cut the barrel off, actually the reason I cut the barrel off, was so that it was not wider than the ATV. You see that barrel is just like 2 inches shy of the outside of the edge of the fender. I'll move down here, and the same down here, about 2 or 3 inches shy of the outside of the fender. So the shotgun's overall size is a little bit less than the whole ATV, and that was the purpose of doing that. It basically protects it, you know, it keeps it out. If stuff hits it, stuff grabs it, catches it. You know, I've always got to kind of watch it, but it's on there all the time, and I never really have any problems. And it's a beater. This is an old gun. It's been around forever. It's had the snot kicked out of it. That's why I like Mossbergs, man. You drag them through the mud, throw 3 rounds in it, rack them through, and they'll fire off every time. It's just an unbeatable gun. 500s, 835s. I just prefer the 835 myself. But either way, personal opinion, either way, I always go with a Mossberg. Not a Remington fan at all. Anyway, that's it. I had something else I was going to throw on here, but it looks like I'm heading for, let me see, I'm heading for 25 minutes, 26 minutes on this, so Jesus Christ, I'm babbling. That's it, guys. Appreciate the tag from Josh over there at Frog Tack. Any of my subscribers who are catching this, if you don't know him, you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. I'm technologically impaired, but I will see if I can put a link below, right down here somewhere. I don't know. Go look down there. I'll see if I can do that. If not, just look it up. Frog Tack's Gear Sanctuary is his channel's name. All right. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. My fire's dying down. I haven't even boiled my water for my lunch yet, and if I have enough battery, I'm gonna shoot some more footage out here. So, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.